Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the pickleball paddles from Element 6. This is a company with a very passionate fan base that's been very vocal about their support for this brand, so I wanted to make a video covering the 3 paddles I got to try from them. Let's take a look. Alright, the first paddle we'll talk about is the Surtr. This is a hybrid paddle with a 5.5-inch handle with a swing weight of 116 and a twist weight of 6.60. From what I understand, this uses carbon fiber ribs in the core, so the construction is similar to the Roundup Ripple and Gearbox GX2s. There was a lot of hype going into this paddle, and to be completely honest, I was a bit underwhelmed when I first tried it. The Surtr felt like a stiff all-court leaning control paddle that had nothing particularly interesting going for it. But as I kept playing with it more, I felt the paddle open up, having more of a pleasant feel that wasn't as stiff and light as I first thought. And the power also increased a bit too. Similar to the GX2 powers, this paddle does have a bit of a breaking period, but the power leveled out in the all-court category. I will say I quite enjoyed the feel of the paddle, and it actually reminded me of another all-court paddle series, and that's the Pickleball Apes Harmonies. In terms of the feel, it wasn't a one-to-one match, but it had very similar play characteristics to the hybrid Harmony S. They both have that denser impact feel with a great sweet spot and overall great playability in that all-court category. Now again, it isn't quite the same exact shape as the Harmony S, and the core supposedly is more durable than the Gen 3 polypropylene of the Harmony, so I see the Surtr as a fantastic all-court hybrid paddle. It doesn't have multiple shapes like the Harmony series, but I think it does the hybrid shape better than the Harmony, and that combined with its carbon fiber ribbed core makes this a solid all-court paddle to consider. Next up, let's look at their Incendio. This is their hybrid Gen 3 style paddle with a 5.5-inch handle, a 14mm core thickness, and a carbon fiber surface. For the swing weight, we got 115, and the twist weight, we got 6.00. Now this basically sounds like a hybrid 14mm version of the Yola Gen 3S, and that's basically what this is. I hit this side by side with the Yola Scorpius 14mm Pro 4, and honestly, the two are nearly identical in the feel and sound. Now this isn't a bad thing, as Yola currently doesn't have a hybrid shape, and while the Thrive Project Fury currently fills a void of the 16mm hybrid in their lineup, the Incendio comes in as the hybrid 14mm option. So think that hollow and stiff Gen 3S 14mm feel, but now in a hybrid shaped paddle. The Incendio is also $100 cheaper than the Yola Pro 4 series, and this price drops down even further after a discount code, which is a pretty crazy price. To be honest, tech-wise, this is the least interesting paddle of the 3, but it's a hidden gem for sure. Not even just a Pro 4 clone, but it fills in a shape and thickness combo that Yola doesn't even have right now. Alright, now the last paddle is the Zephyr, which is currently unreleased as of now, but it's available for pre-order at a low price that will go up after August. Like the previous 2 paddles, it's that same hybrid shape with a 16mm core, but this uses a Gen 4 construction with an EPP foam core. For firepower, it's in between the Surtr and Incendio, while the paddle feel also sits in between the denser Surtr and the stiff and hollow Incendio. I actually found the Zephyr to be pretty similar in feel to the Honolulu Pickleball Company's J2NF. It had a stiffer and responsive feel in comparison to the Surtr, and the overall playability and firepower reminded me of the J2NF, where I would place it higher in the all-court leaning power category. Compared to the J2NF, it does have just a bit less pop, but for a paddle that's currently going for $139 before a discount code, I think it's an excellent alternative. Alright, so what's the bottom line on the Element 6 paddles? Are they really worth the hype I've been seeing? To be completely honest, I'm going to say no. I do think all 3 of these paddles are quality performance paddles, but I don't think any single one of them is particularly unique or brings anything new to the market. The Surtr, I think, is a potentially more durable hybrid-shaped Harmony, the Incendio is basically a hybrid 14mm Pro 4, and the Zephyr is a slightly toned-down J2NF. Again, while nothing unique, these are all still quality paddles for what they are, and they do come in at pretty affordable price points, especially the Incendio and the Zephyr. If you do want to support the channel and pick any of these paddles up though, I've added my discount code as well as a link to buy them in the video description below.